Hello and welcome to Ask the Accountant Pitstop Podcast here from Engager Labs. And our first guest is a guest we're so excited to have because kind of the newness in town, Adfin. We're going to be talking into it, exactly what it means, everything else later down the line. But first and foremost, if this channel is something that you want to be part of, then don't forget to use that subscribe button. We've got loads of content coming your way for Engager. Just the start that we're going to go from here. So first of all, Tom, who are you? Why are you here? Tell us about yourself. Go for it.
Why am I here? I mean, this is an exciting moment for Adfin because this is our first appearance on your famous podcast. So I feel like we're coming of age. We're growing up as a company when we're allowed to sit on this hallowed sofa.
And you're here as well as headline sponsor at Engager Labs, right?
We are.
Like that must be saying that you've got some, you believe in the product, right?
We believe in the product and we believe in our product, but we used to believe in the Engager product.
But you're backing it as well, right? Yeah. It's a partnership, this, isn't it?
I have to say, I've worked in payments for a long time and done lots of different commercial partnerships, but there is something pretty special about this Engager team and what they're doing. I've never seen anything like it. It's totally unique. The following they have, being able to put on an event like this, it is insane. It's so good.
That's my next question. What do you think to this event? Like, what's your first impressions? I'm kind of losing words for it already. Like, it's mad, right?
Accounting events compared to other events, the level of the professionalism, even this podcast, right? You've got the 4 cameras, the way you pump out this content is amazing. The way Engager engage their audience is amazing. The fact that they put on an event and they've got, I know it's like nearly 1,000 signups or something insane.
Amazing.
Pretty incredible.
I've got to ask now what you're most looking forward to, but is it going to be your after party? I mean, everyone's been talking about it. And I've heard you've had to change the venue. It's that popular.
We have had to change the venue, yeah. I mean, I think Johann realised last week, I want to have a drink after the thing. Let's get Adfin to pay for it. And we thought, well, fair enough, because we'd also like to have a drink after the day. And then we thought, 20 people will turn up. So we booked a small bar. And now it turns out, I think we've got well over 100 people signed up to this. So we've had to change the venue.
Amazing.
So, yeah, it's going to be good.
This is going to be a good event. Right, let's talk about Adfin itself then. So why go into this space? Like, what is it that you think you can bring to the space that no one else is doing?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, so when we were starting this business, Chip and I, we thought, okay, we want to do something in payments. Payments is what we know. FinTech is what we know. Where is the most pain? Where is payments most broken? Where are people getting ripped off? And where are people making excess profits? And we thought, actually, professional services, right? They're kind of like what we like to call the normal business. Right? The accountant, the lawyer, the small business owner. Like, these are people who actually don't have access to the best fintech tools today, are often paying top dollar for relatively, mediocre products and services. And we thought, great, this is our opportunity. Let's build a new payment platform that works best for this audience.
And I love the fact that because you've been able to build it from the scratch, you're already solving some of the pain points. Yeah. I mean, we started using it in hours, and it was just those little things like, when you sign someone up, you could set the whole workflow up and all like that. Previously, it's, well, here's your workflow, you deal with it, you work with it, or it's not for you. Yeah. You've kind of set from the scratch. Whose idea was that to kind of give that customization?
The amazing thing about having a small company, like as you know, is that you're super close to your customers. So everything we built is because someone has told us, right? Amazing. Like literally last week, I think I was on a call with Lee about 2 weeks ago, and he said, I really want an email every time someone pays me. And we thought, oh, come on, no one's going to want that. But we thought, well, Lee wants it. So we built it, delivered it last night, and it's super satisfying, to say to someone, right, this thing you wanted, you asked us for it 2 weeks ago, now it's there. And that's going to make a really positive difference to Lee's practice. So yeah, everything in the platform is because someone's told us they want it.
Love that.
And we want to keep that mentality forever, right? Because that's how you build a great product. That's how Engager's built a great product.
Well, I think that you two are having that partnership, that's based on it, right? Like both of you is community driven. That's when the updates come through. It's because people have asked for it. Yeah. And I think that's the special sauce, right? Yeah. You two as well, with some of the ideas that you've got for really integrating. I think you're going to solve so many of our problems that we've just dealt with as practice managers and owners, right? We've just gone, well, there's never going to be a better way, so we'll just deal with it. We'll just get on with it. Yeah. But I'm loving the fact that you kind of bring that fresh approach, right?
Yeah. Well, and we've got so much planned, right? I mean, some of our early customers, thank you for, being with us from the early days. I mean, in the early days, Adfin was a pretty basic product. Now it's getting more and more sophisticated, and that's thanks to the feedback we get. But, the stuff we've got planned this year is, I think, going to be really, really exciting for people, right? We're going to be really, truly eradicating some of the niggles people have about direct debit. We're going to be bringing in more AI to get smarter on those workflows, right? And chase people at the right time of day and stuff like that. We've got manual bank transfers coming so that for people who want to take a really cheap or basically free today method of payment, that we can offer that as a service as well. So there's tons planned.
And you're just replacing all of the other services that we have, which could go wrong or have authentication. I had the other day where someone had tried to get into it 3 times on one of the platforms, and then that was down, and we had to try and, do you know what I mean? Like having it all from one platform.
Yeah. Well, I mean, payments needs to be in one place, right? Because no one payment method will ever solve anyone's problems, right? Direct debit, everyone, I'm sure, would love to run their practice 100% on direct debit, but that's not always the most appropriate way to do things. So yeah, bringing it all into one place, bringing the chasing in, bringing the automation over time, bringing things like the payments out as well, like all of that stuff is...
And giving the choice to clients, right? Like if they can't pay by direct debit for whatever reason that month, there's the option for them to go in
we
there.
forget that sometimes. The most important thing that people often tell us about Adfin is, oh, my customers really liked the payment experience. And at the end of the day, like, we've all got customers, and we've got to make it easy for them to pay us. So
you take away those pain points, otherwise it gets hard, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So how do you take action for an event like this? Because an event like this, right, we go in here, we've got some amazing speakers. You're speaking as well, are you?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
I mean, we've
seen the stage, and I'm slightly nervous.
I wish I hadn't bothered. I just wish I just turned up and just done it. But we've got all this opportunity, right? And there's so much we're going to learn from today.
Yeah.
As vendors, you're going to learn from your customers. Your customers going to get... What for an event like this, what's your key takeaway of how to make the most of it? Because we're giving up time, we're giving up, resources, whatever it's going to be. What's your tip out there for anyone who's maybe coming to their first event or season pro? What's your tip to get the most out of an event like this?
I mean, talk to people, right? The thing we like most about coming to things like this is we're now, even after a year, I think starting to make some friends in the industry.
Yeah.
So, you people like Nikki come over and you have a really great chat, and it's actually really just nice to catch up because we haven't seen each other for a few months. She's a customer, so we see each other on the support channel occasionally, but we don't have a good chat. So, I think these are great opportunities for people to actually get to know their vendors, build a relationship, and when Nikki says I want a feature, we jump pretty fast to get it, right? And so it's also a great way for you as an accountant to get the things you want out of your software. So yeah, we all like having human engagement. That's what these events are all about.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? And I think as an accounting community, we are getting much better at talking to one another, understanding. It was a very closed shop at one point, but I feel like we're all getting better at that. So, all right, that's how you get the most out of the event. What about the industry as a whole? What do you love about this industry? What keeps that passion going for you?
Easy. Everyone's just really, really nice. Like, I mean, I've worked in, again, a bunch of different industries over my payments career. Accountants are the nicest people of anyone that I've ever worked with. Super friendly, super open with feedback. Like, everybody in this room is most people in this room are little business owners, right? Like everyone's got, some people have got very big businesses, some people have got smaller businesses, but everyone's ultimately an entrepreneur, a bit like we are. You actually, there's I think a bit of a kindred spirit, which we really like.
We've all got the same problems. Sometimes you may not be able to solve the problem, but just sharing that problem is all you need, right? Just to someone to go, I feel you, I'm having the exact same problem, isn't it? And then, 100%.
Exactly.
All right, so that's what you love about the industry. What would you change about the industry? What keeps you up at night going, oh, God, that bit again, go for it?
Oh, I mean, I'm not an accountant, so I'm not going to pretend to have a strong opinion.
Well, as a vendor, though, what would you change?
As a vendor, I mean, I want to change that. I think a lot of accountants are suffering with really bad payment tools. So I genuinely just want to change that, right? Like, I'll be happy because I think you have to believe in your product. I really believe in our product, right? Like, I think it's really good. I know we really care. I know we're really investing in it. So, like, logically, I guess I want other people to benefit from that.
And you want to get that story out there. You want to talk about it. You want to get there. And 100%. 100%. All right. So let's talk about, if you think back, probably, let's do 12 months, right, from here. And if you could take a time machine, go back there and talk to yourself back then, what piece of tech, piece of technology, piece of app or anything out there, what's that one thing that you wish you knew back then that you're using now and it's been a game changer? It could be a gadget, it could be an app, it could be, a piece of software, it could be Adfin, right? But what is it there that you wish you could go back and tell yourself, because it's been such a game changer, you wish you'd been using it from day one?
That is a great question, because obviously, because we were a new company a year ago, we had the benefit of just starting from scratch with everything that we really wanted. So what we use is new. I mean, it's a cliche, I'm sure everyone's told you this, but some of the AI tools now are just insane, right? Like, little example, we wanted a logo, the Adfin logo on the screen for the bar tonight. So I faffed around for like half an hour yesterday, startup, everybody does everything, right? I was faffing around trying to make a little logo for the thing. I wanted it to just have a bit of motion. And then I realized, why the hell am I doing this? Chucks it into ChatGPT. Hey, presto, I've got a really good GIF. It took 20 seconds.
Mad, isn't
it? So it's mad. Like, I think these days, if you're not really spending time on all these AI tools, you're going to get left behind because they're moving so fast.
Like before, it used to be you had to have this particular computer to use this particular app to have this software to do this. Now it's literally any device you pick up
Yeah.
You want that creative spark.
Yeah.
Have a go at it and go from there.
It's insane. I mean, it gets a lot of stuff wrong as well.
Yeah.
But when it's good, it's amazing.
And you kind of stole my next question, because my next question is, right, we've just looked backwards, so let's look forward.
Yeah.
So in 12 months' time, how do you think AI is going to play a part in the accounting industry? Do you think it's a fad, or do you think it's here to
it's
stay?
definitely
or?
not a fad. I mean, I think what do we know AI is good at? Like
Yeah.
relatively repetitive manual tasks. They're going to be the first to get automated. And I think, in accounting, there are a bunch of those, right? Reconciling payment is a great example. The process of doing a match from a bank feed to an accounting software is, that's not particularly complicated, especially if the amounts and the dates and all that kind of stuff match up. It's basic, right? So I think we're going to see AI just take over a bunch of that fuzzy matching type work that maybe at the moment is getting outsourced. Maybe AI replaces that outsourcing. I think we at Adfin are exploring a lot of that, right? Like we want someone to use Adfin for their payments, but then we don't want them to have to do a bunch of manual work around Adfin.
Exactly.
Right? Like if we can then automate the manual work around that, then that's also saving people time.
And the worst scenario ever is you go chasing some fee that's actually been paid manually and just not been matched, right? So if we can get AI to clear that bit for you, you've got confidence that we're just chasing the right ones. We're just pushing it there. So
accounting seems to be, as a non-expert on this, just slow and steady, accountants become more and more skilled, right? They're having to become more and more skilled to advise businesses, to give them the kind of advice that you wouldn't trust a computer to give you. Which is great, because it means that there's all this kind of quite tedious work that now just gets done by a computer. Great.
I love it.
We don't moan that we're not, doing manual calculations before spreadsheets came along anymore. We thank spreadsheets for taking all that tedious work away from us. I think this is the same.
And this is that next step, right? The logical step. This is a Pitstop podcast for a reason. It's just a taster of what's going on. I think the audience will definitely agree with us that we would love to have you back. We need to get cool friends episode, cool location episode, get you a top trump, go down that route. So if you want to, we need to have that conversation. The audience will love it. We want to go deep dive into the world of Adfin, into what you've got, like maybe a sneak peek of what's coming, that sort of stuff. So, but this is a Pitstop podcast, so we're going to call it here, but we need to have you back. But before you go, use that camera, whichever camera works for you, and you plug and plug some more. Go for that. Go.
Brilliant. Guys, if you're struggling with payments today, direct debit, card payments, open banking, soon manual bank transfers, whatever you're doing, we bring it all into one place. We do the chasing. We make it super easy to reconcile. We've got some well-trusted users and fans out there. We would love for you to be part of the journey. So get in touch, adfin.com. Thank you.
Loving it. And also some quality swag as well, where you get some nice
We do. We have some lovely tea here today. So if you're here, come get some tea. If you're not, we're going to be bringing it to all our events. And we're going to be doing a traveling tea party.
I've heard about it. Talk me through this one.
Traveling tea party. This is one of my wackier ideas.
Yeah.
But the idea is we're going to buy a van.
Yeah.
Paint it green.
Yeah.
For several weeks. We're going to drive it around the UK, going to visit all of our lovely customers and prospects for free tea and cake. So we'll let you know when we're in your area. We'll come park up in your car park, get some table and chairs out, give everyone a cup of tea.
Loving it.
Hopefully the sun will be shining. If it isn't, it'll be a bit miserable.
If not, you've got some good tea to keep everyone's spirits up, right? Got some good tea. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This has been absolutely brilliant. As I said, this is a teaser. We've got to get the proper one in. We've got to get the diary sorted. We've got to get it sorted out. But if you've liked this episode of Ask the Accountant Pitstop Podcast, don't forget we've got even more coming from Engager Labs. We've got some quality content for you. So make sure you like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Tom, thank you so much for giving up your time. Thank you for being here. And I can't wait to spend the rest of the event with you. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.